Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Holy frickin' crap. Is this seriously happening right now? It feels almost as if there's a mass MKUltra experiment currently going on. You know, a lot of people have been comparing it to the whole Men in Black neutralizers thing, where they flash the bright light in front of your face and all of a sudden you've forgotten everything. That, just like the Star Wars Force, is movie magic, while the Democrats are trying to do, I guess, some mass media voodoo magic, attempting to neutralize our memories, to reshape our perceptions, in this weird attempt to repaint Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as something they aren't. I mean, a month ago, 3 weeks ago, they were total duds, and now the media wants you to think that they're total studs. It's also freaking ludicrous. It feels like a sick joke. It really does feel like a mass MKUltra experiment, as today the mainstream media hosts Nancy Pelosi so she can tell the people that Joe Biden was so great in fact, that he probably belongs on Mount Rushmore. Yeah, they seriously think we're stupid, and I'm telling you, they think they've got some sort of, you know, puppeteer voodoo witch doctor magic. Who is freaking falling for this crap? Let's have a conversation about it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so you might have thought that I was kidding, but of course I'm not kidding. It's Nancy Pelosi we're talking about. I mean, she is a politician. Take a look at this.
In a good place to make whatever decision, top of his game. Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States.
You serious?
Want to know what comes next.
That he belongs up there on Mount Rushmore. Lincoln and Joe Biden.
But you got Teddy Roosevelt up there, and he's wonderful. I don't say take him down, but you can add Biden.
Yep, it basically feels like the Force, you know? Nancy Pelosi's some sort of Palpatine-esque Sith Lord. Maybe we could AI generate an image of what that would look like, and she's waving her hand to the American people, attempting to use her Star Wars Dark Force magic to deceive the people. You will believe that Joe Biden is so great that he belongs on Mount Rushmore. Okay, well, there's only a couple ways to explain this. Either she's out of her freaking mind, and Democrats are the most partisan, dishonest people God could have ever imagined. Or I guess this is Democrats being ideologically consistent in their values. I guess everybody gets a trophy now, right? Democrats love participation trophies. Well, Joe Biden gets one. He may have fallen off his bike. Fallen upstairs. Fallen on sandbags. Fallen all over himself, unable to articulate words effectively.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway.
What must be what?
But at least he gave it his all. He gave a good effort. He showed up every single day. Well, at least he tried to. And so he's an MVP in all of our hearts. Those are the two only logical explanations, both of them completely frickin' batshit insane. And again, the question remains here, who is actually falling for this crap? Personally, I don't get why more people aren't pissed, especially Democrats. You know, just think about real-world interactions. If you're interacting with an individual or an entity, and that entity or individual is constantly lying to you and gaslighting you, manipulating you, hiding the truth, and playing all these frickin' games with your emotions, well then obviously you would be frustrated. You wouldn't stand for that. But when politicians do it, when the Democrat Party does it, apparently it's all okay. No, it's not okay. It's never been okay. This whole situation with Joe Biden, really in my view, should be the end of the party as we know it. I mean, how do you move forward from this? We have so many of these kinds of clips.
You mentioned the New York Post twice. It's the Murdochs that are doing this. And it's like, we have to just say it. And it is the Murdochs that are advancing this stuff. It's happening on Fox. It's happening on the New York Post. Because it's nice to fact check and correct the record about the Joe Biden videos. You have to do that, I guess. But really, the only way to fight fire with fire is to show people the real video of Trump. With the Bulwark, there was the video from 2 weeks ago where they stopped it right before Biden sat down and made it look like he was like paused in midair, which if you just run it one more second, you saw he was sitting down. And we ran the corrected video on there. But again, the number of people that see it is going to be fewer. That's just the nature of the communications business. That's the nature of disinformation. I mean, every time Donald Trump is talking, he is saying stupid stuff. He is saying extreme things that people that are not popular. He doesn't look good, by the way. Like, let's just be honest. Like, the face that has gone from orange to burnt sienna. Everyone, you can get the videos from Mar-a-Lago where you see the real Donald Trump underneath the burnt sienna face. Like, they've got to mock him, and they've got to make him look like what he is, which is a increasingly deranged elderly person. I'm sorry, it was not one bad night. People have been concerned about Joe Biden's age for months and months and months. People complain the media talks about it too much, and I try not to talk about it every time I'm on, but that doesn't mean I'm not concerned about it. Like, these concerns about Joe Biden's deterioration between how he presented in 2020 when he beat Donald Trump handily twice like a drum in 2 debates, and last night is dramatic. We can't pretend like it doesn't exist. And so I think those conversations about Joe Biden is a sign that the party's healthy. And I think it should not be waved away as like a one bad night thing. It isn't. It isn't a one bad night thing. That's not true.
For years and years and years, they carried around this geriatric old man and told you everything was okay. And when people on the other side, or even people on your own side, would play clips or share clips of Joe Biden being chaperoned around, for Pete's sakes, Barack Obama had to hold his hand and walk him off the stage like he was a freaking toddler. When you share those clips back then, we all remember what they said, right? Those were deep fakes and cheap fakes. They lied to you and gaslit you, and then the moment it started biting them in the derriere, they friggin' dropped them and pulled the whole thing, totally skipping any legitimate Democrat process, then installed their own candidate, another friggin' puppet, and you left this slaughter just going with it. It's completely insane to even fathom, to think about. How are you not infuriated? The level of gaslighting, I mean, you must hate yourself at this point to be a Democrat. To have to deal with this constant abuse, you cannot have self-respect. I mean, how many times can you be lied to and deceived and simply brush it off? People who respect themselves simply cannot accept that as their reality. Frankly, I find it pathetic. I mean, these Democrat presidential candidates, they'll try to get elected on one thing and then literally do another in office, completely fail, run the country into the ground, and then say, put me on Mount Rushmore. I would rather get punched in the nutsack than be treated that way as a voter. So I guess that's it. I mean, that's kind of the conclusion, or I guess that's the thesis of this video. There must be some sort of correlation between being a masochist. I guess they just love dishonest, empty suit, snake politicians who lie about literally everything, whose entire existence are lies. What a pathetic display for the Democrat Party. That's all I'm gonna say. Either I'm crazy or I'm onto something, doesn't really matter. I'm just one guy, one voice, make your own freaking opinion. My opinion is frankly that these people are dishonest and evil. And that's pretty much it. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.